Trans swimmer Leah Thomas's career appears over for now after USA Swimming said low testosterone levels need to be recorded for 36 months.
Ooh.
And National College Athletic Association, the NCAA, now expected to follow suit. This is interesting. Read this article here.
Oh, wow. This is the first time I've heard about this.
Yeah. Thomas, 22, began transitioning from male to female in May of 19, and so would appear to have only 32 months. Until today, the rules required a year of suppressing testosterone, which meant that Thomas was likely to dominate the NCAA championship in Atlanta in March. Thomas's college, Penn, is yet to respond to DailyMail.com's request for clarification. The university has previously been reported to be considering legal action if the rules were changed mid-season. U.S. Swimming told DailyMail.com it was a decision for the NCAA. The NCAA, which follows USA Swimming guidelines, is yet to reply. USA Swimming on Tuesday updated their elite athlete policy, which impacts Thomas as an elite athlete. They said the new rules regarding eligibility for transgender athletes will be implemented by a decision-making panel comprised of 3 independent medical experts. 3. They continued, eligibility criteria will consist of evidence that the prior physical development of the athlete as a male, as mitigated by any medical intervention, does not give the athlete a competitive advantage over the athlete's cisgender female competitors. Evidence that the concentration of testosterone in the athlete's serum has been less than 5 nanomoles per liter, as measured by liquid chromatography, coupled with mass spectrometry, continuously for a period of at least 36 months before the date of application. Interesting. You definitely got some female qualities.
Good. I know her teammates were really upset.
Yeah, Thomas will need to disclose the nanomoles per liter in her blood to be approved to compete. A biological male will have 10 to 35 nanomoles of testosterone per liter of blood. A biological female will have 0.5 to 2.5, according to Mount Sinai Hospital. The NCAA said on January 19th that they would adhere to the USA Swimming guidelines. At the elite level, a policy has been created for transgender athlete participation in the U.S. that relies on science and medical evidence-based methods to provide a level playing field for elite cisgender women and to mitigate the advantages associated with male puberty and physiology. Thomas's participation in women's events has stirred huge debate in the sporting world and divided athletes and fans. Early on Tuesday, members of the University of Pennsylvania women's swimming and diving team released a statement in support of Thomas. We want to express our full support for Leah in her transition, the athlete said, taking issue with an anonymous critic within the team. We value her as a person, teammate, and friend. The sentiments put forward by an anonymous member of our team are not representative of the feelings, values, and opinions of the entire Penn team, composed of 39 women with diverse backgrounds. Stanford Swimming and Tokyo Olympian Brooke Ford also released a statement last week in support of Thomas. I believe that treating people with respect and dignity is more important than any trophy or record will ever be, which is why I will not have a problem racing against Leah at NCAAs this year. I just don't understand why these women are doing this and allowing this.
Yeah.
It's so...
No.
You're not... It's nothing about hating her for what she's doing.
Look, Caitlyn Jenner even said, I've said from the beginning, biological boys should not be playing in women's sports. Yeah, why is that a hard concept? You know what's been interesting is it got to the perfect situation, which was we had a transgender male transition to a female and go into the female fighting world. Remember, who was this? Remember this?
Yeah.
And nobody would fight him.
Some people did.
Somebody did, but they got the shit beat out of them, didn't they?
Yeah, but also, like, he wasn't that good of a fighter. Right. Before.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, there's a new guy he was actually, I think, a Navy SEAL.
Wow.
Yeah, Navy SEAL. Let's see this.
See, but this is the ultimate question, guys. Is it right?
Right.
To know that you have a biological male in a boxing ring or in a fighting ring with the biological female.
People just don't understand that growing up as a male, you have different
features,
characteristics.
Your build is completely different.
This is her.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Scroll back down. I want to see it. Go back down.
U.S. Army Special Forces.
Okay, cool. So a ninja. We got a ninja that transitioned to a female that wants to beat the shit out of females now. It's just like, you know.
It is strange, though, that you would want to transition from a man to a woman and beat up women.
Because it's okay. That's it. That's fucking it.
What?
They want to beat the shit out of women. And they know it's not acceptable as a male.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
And so they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna transition over. Because, I mean, obviously...
From the outside, it does look like that.
She doesn't look like she's going for the feminine thing, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, she got a short haircut.
It's pink.
But it's pink.
It's a pink bowl cut.
Yeah. It is a bowl cut, isn't it?
And I bet she is into women.
Yeah, probably is. End.
Just like a male would be.
And the shirt says, end trans genocide. And I will promote this by transitioning to a woman and beating the shit out of other women.
Yeah.
Thank God I won. Now I get my message across. End trans genocide. as I plow through these women.
I don't understand why it's such a... Because these are the same people that are preaching science matters and biology is a thing and, you know, whatever.
It's a thing.
And it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's stick to
perfect scientific situation here.
Yeah. Grew up a male. Like people
grew up a male. Even if your testosterone levels dip, most men's testosterone levels dip.
Right.
At a certain age.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's in the female range, but if you just started giving them freaking testosterone suppressants, I'm sure it would probably get pretty close.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is like, it's not testosterone. Like once you're an adult, it's not just testosterone that makes you a man. It's the bone density, the bone structure,
the muscle.
Yeah, the muscle that you've already put on.
Yeah, your size.
Like
your
you already look at his shoulders, and his shoulders are wider than that other girl.
Oh my God.
Now,
well, that's the big thing about the swimmer too.
Right, exactly. And when you're swimming, your shoulders are so important. Like you look at the best female swimmers, all have big shoulders. You look
Wide
at the
backs.
men's shoulders, double that size.
Yeah. Look at Michael Phelps.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's just like...
You need those qualities to swim better. Obviously, because the best men swim, you know, the best male swimmers have wide ass shoulders.
They have a certain body type.
Yeah, it's a body type.
Just like basketball players have a certain body type.
Yeah.
Football players have a certain body type. It's no different.
Yeah.
Swimmers have a certain body type. You got to be long. You got to be wide.
Yeah.
And you got to be some of those girls are big girls. They're strong.
Yeah.
But they got the shoulders.
Yeah, they got big shoulders.
Strong shoulders. Little hips. Little hips.
Right.
Wide shoulders.
So why do you think that's not fair? That's not fair for the women.
Yeah.
You're competing with someone with wider shoulders. You know, it's just not how most women are.
Yeah.
Like you look at the best fighters, the best female fighters have wider shoulders.
Yeah.
Because that allows you to throw a harder punch.
Yeah. I bet
like Amanda Nunes, wide shoulders.
Yeah. But that's the thing. So then let's do a DEXA scan. Like if they did a DEXA scan of all the Penn State swimmers, the females.
Yeah.
I guarantee that Leah, the girl, would have, a noticeably more amount of muscle and bone to her body than the other girls.
Probably, yeah.
And probably water retention.
Yeah, look at her. She looks like she's got wide shoulders.
Yeah.
Chick's jacked.
Chick's jacked.
They argued that the focus of testosterone levels was misguided because it ignored the years of biological advantage from male hormones, such as height and wingspan. Exactly what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Braceras, director of Independent Women's Law Center, said USA Swimming's insistence that there is some way to eliminate the athletic advantage that post-pubescent males have over females denies science.
Yep. Deny science. You're denying science.
But
when
it also,
science is the God right now.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'm so confused.
Wishy-washy ass. But it also ignores the fact that this is not only about fair competition, it is also about equal opportunity to compete at all. Allowing male-bodied athletes to compete on limited roster teams inevitably means that there are fewer opportunities for female athletes to be recruited, to receive a scholarship, or to participate in competitions.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlyn Jenner, who participated in the Olympics, winning gold in the decathlon as Bruce Jenner became before transitioning, also said that she did not support Thomas's competing in women's events. I've said this from the beginning, biological boys should not be playing in women's sports. We need to protect women's sports. First of all, I respect her decision to live her life authentically 100%.
Right.
But that also comes with responsibility and some integrity. I don't know why she's doing this.
Damn.
Yeah, that's straight up.
Fuck yeah, Caitlyn Jenner. Let's go.
For two reasons. One, it's not good for the trans community. We have a lot of issues in the trans community that are very difficult and very challenging. We have a suicide rate that's 9 times higher than the general public.
Wow.
That's intense.
Right, let's talk about that.
9 times higher than the general public.
Jesus.
Leah Thomas is also not good for women's sports. It's unfortunate this is happening. I don't know why she's doing it. She knows when she's swimming, she's beating the competition by 2 laps. She was born as a biological boy. She was raised as a biological boy. Her cardiovascular system is bigger. Her respiratory system is bigger. Her hands are bigger. She can swim faster. That's a known.
Yep.
All this is woke world that we're living in right now is not working. I feel sorry for the other athletes that are out there, especially at Penn or anyone she's competing against, because the woke world would have to say, oh my gosh, this is great. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Thomas competed on the men's team for 3 years before transitioning, has dominated on the Ivy League schools women's squad this year to qualify for the season-ending competition in Atlanta in March. I have a feeling that if USA Swimming Challenge changes their rules, they will be filing a lawsuit for Leah to swim, but they wouldn't do that for us. The teammate who spoke on condition of anonymity.
Wow.
Right. That's just really upsetting.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlyn Jenner coming in with the facts.
Yeah. I mean.
Good on her.
Wow. This is what.
This is before.
Wow.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Yeah. I mean, look at on the left how broad his shoulders are.
Well, I mean,
my God.
The fact that he actually swam for University of Pennsylvania's swim team for 3 years means that he was D1 level
as a male. Right.
What's he going to do to these women?
Right. Not even close. I mean, Caitlyn said they're beating him by 2 laps.
Yeah.
2 laps?
Like, there is no integrity there.
You're just racing for second. You know.
Right.
As soon as you come off, you're like, all right. Second place.
Yeah.
Fuck. I can go with silver. We can do this. And then what? And he makes a good point, because then what? You have another transgender come on and you're like, okay, fucking third. Yeah. I can get fucking bronze. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And they start taking your spot. And
yeah.
I know that girl's like, man, you gotta be kind is better than winning a trophy. I'm sorry, bitch, but if I worked my entire fucking life
right.
to get to this stage
to
in
compete
college,
against girls,
to be a national champion or to be a gold medalist or something one day, and somebody's getting in the way of my 16, 18, whatever many years of work, fuck you. Quite honestly, get in line.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. No.
Yeah.
You know, that would suck. It's just like all the kids that didn't get their senior year because of COVID.
Right.
It's fucking disgusting. Like, that's gut-wrenching to think, oh my God, I'm going to have a senior season.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to have one more chance to fucking do this thing. This is it. You live for that. And then to just be like, nope, you're not going to do that, actually. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
It's gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand because people haven't done the work.
Right.
They don't get it.
Well, it's fascinating that, like, that's true, but also it's her teammates that are in support of her.
Yeah, okay, let me explain this. I'm going to get so much shit for this, but I don't give a fuck. you have what's called the bench on a team.
Right.
Okay? The bench players are always everybody's best friends because they know they're not going to fucking start. So they're like, okay, well, I'm just going to be here and be excited to be here because I'm on the team. I get all the gear, I get the practice, and I get to hang out with my teammates. Maybe coach will put me in here and there. Awesome. Those are the ones that are probably supporting.
Really?
100%. I guarantee it's the girls that had a chance at being top level swimmers. You know what I mean? Placing in these national championship swims events that are pissed.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I fucking get it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it seems like there's a lot of our teammates that are in support of it. I just no woman would transition to become a man and compete against men.
Just because you don't want somebody to compete against you doesn't mean that you have to hate them.
Right.
Or that you have to treat them like shit.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they should be ganging up against her. I feel like, but I would be saying to her, hey, you don't think this is not fair? Like, explain to me. Science is science, right?
Yeah.
If this, and this, like you said, you went through puberty.
Right.
And you're competing. How would you feel?
Right. How would you feel?
And then they go, well, how would you feel if I transitioned it? No. That's not what we're talking about.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, it's like, look, gender is a parameter and age is a parameter in sports.
Yeah.
If you're okay with a man transitioning to a woman and competing against women, then you should be okay with 12-year-olds competing against 18-year-olds.
Right. Because that's essentially what's going on. Yeah, that's a really good point. Fuck it. Put them out there. See what happens.
Right. You mean I can't compete at the highest level because I'm 12? Go ahead. Like, you don't do... because you're trying to, like, make things as fair as possible.
Right.
Because there is middle school competitors only compete against other middle schoolers because that 3-year gap...
From middle school to high school, too. That's a big jump.
That's a huge gap, but
my God.
it's more of a controlled set of grades, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yeah.
Now, some 8th graders matured, right? I remember when in middle school when I was competing, and you had 8th graders that had mustaches, and you're like, what the...
Right.
Like, this, you're wrestling a man. We'd always joke with each other, like, he's going to kill you,
Yeah.
Because you would feel the strength difference.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
It was insane. And then you get into high school, and every freshman, that's why one of the hardest things in the sport of wrestling is to become a 4-time state champion. Because when you're a freshman, you're a baby.
Yeah.
Like, you
Sometimes
barely...
you haven't even had your, growth spurt or anything yet.
No.
Yeah.
And then sophomore year, it gets a little bit more mature physically, go through puberty more, junior year, and then senior year, even some seniors aren't as developed as some other seniors.
Yeah.
But it's the fairest thing that you can do. It's like, okay, like, this is the 4-year span.
Yeah.
That, you guys can compete. Nobody older. But you have that stipulation. And then when you get to college,
same thing.
Wrestling 22-year-olds.
Right. That have redshirted?
23-year-olds.
Yeah.
Who have redshirted, right? And you're 18. There's a huge difference in the strength that guy has compared to you.
I'm sure.
Like, it was crazy. Like, when I got to Oklahoma, I was like, oh my God, I'm so weak. Like, I'm like I can't do anything. Like, there's nothing I can do to combat 4 years of development. Right. Of puberty.
Yeah. Puberty and wrestling. Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like where you really see how important or how impactful the development of the body is on the sport.
Sure.
Because you're throwing each other around.
Right. Yeah.
The stronger you are, the more you can throw someone around.
Yeah.
And you see it. You see it in high school matches. You see the freshman go out there and has to wrestle against the defending state champion who's a senior this year and is undefeated, and it's just a slaughter. It's like you're sending out a sheep into a field where, just this great big bear lives.
Yeah.
And the sheep's like, and they go out there and and they're in their singlet, which is skin tight. Right. Spandex.
Yeah.
And they haven't developed, their muscles aren't develop. They're very smooth. And they go out there, and then this senior runs out with fucking jacked biceps and a mustache.
Right.
You know, and a tattoo on his shoulder and a tattoo on his knee.
Oh, my God.
It's like, oh, my God, this guy's going to kill me.
Yeah.
And they always get killed.
Wow.
And he gets pinned, and he takes his lump, and then he just goes back and sits down.
But he tries.
Yeah, but you got to compete. But, like, that's almost like these women competing against this guy, this transgender dude.
Yeah.
Leah Thomas.
Yeah.
Like, 2 laps ahead, that's domination.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're okay. The fact that these parents, like the fathers of these girls, are okay with it. Even
I don't know that all of them are.
Even the mom. Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything, but like even the moms of these girls.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Can you imagine?
Like you're not even well, it's not physical combat.
Yeah.
Right, which is like great that that's not happening, but like still like.
That's the other thing too. Is that swimming? There is no physical contact.
Right.
There's
so
no
you don't
physical contact.
So you can't really see
the difference.
Yeah, the difference. You're like, oh well, you know.
You want to see the difference? Go watch that fight.
Right.
Go watch that transgender Navy Special Forces ninja.
Army Special Forces.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of that poor girl that tried to fight her.
Well, here's the thing. He's not that great of a fighter.
Well, that explains why.
She did really well. Yeah, if you're a really great fighter as a dude, you're not transitioning.
Yeah, you're like, I got something going for me here.
Yeah. But yeah, just it is really shitty. I mean, you could really add this to the patriarchy problem.
Oh boy.
It's like men still wanting to compete and beat women.
Yeah.
And make it okay.
Yeah.
And convince women that it's okay.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, isn't that what it is? Isn't it men convincing women, hey, look, accept me. I'm one of you. Let me beat the shit out of you, or let me destroy you in a race.
Right.
And they're like, okay.
Yeah, okay. No. Look, I have no problem. Somebody wants to transition. I really don't. Do you? Boo. Purple hair, no hair, eyelashes, titties, butt, lips, gay, not gay, girl, guy, bi. Yeah.
It's your
I don't
life.
know what I am. Whatever.
You
I don't
live
give
with
a
the consequences of whatever.
I don't give a shit. But that's because you can do your life without causing harm to other people.
Right.
But when you start to like mess up other people's opportunities.
Right.
And physically, you know what I mean? That's where I'm like, no. I don't think that's necessarily right. And I know that girl's like, it's not right for us to discriminate against her. It's not right. Her definition of truth is fucked.
Well, you have to discriminate. You have to discriminate against men because they're not allowed to compete against you, right?
Right.
So that you've discriminated against all men from competing in your all-female swimming organization. Yeah, swimming league. So why are you not okay with discriminating against another man?
Biologically.
Right, biologically a man from competing against you.
Yeah. Structurally, a man.
It's more of a social thing.
It is. It's a social thing.
It's not
and I'm not surprised that these girls at Penn State University, at any big university, have been brainwashed with this liberal shit. Okay? Excuse my language, but it's shit. Woke shit.
Yeah.
Like, we can have honest conversations like Joe Rogan and like some other, like Caitlyn Jenner. That's a very genuine, honest thing for her to say.
Yeah.
Instead of her saying, you know what, fuck, I gotta go with the trans people. I'm trans. I gotta fucking support them or I'm gonna look like a bitch. You know what I mean? Whatever. She's going, no, something ain't right. I don't think this is right.
Yeah.
Like, that's genuine. That's honest. But people don't want to they don't want to have those conversations. They just want to say, no, I'm right, you're wrong. It's like, yeah, but let's talk about it.
Right. No, it's very interesting. A lot of people are act as if they hate dictators and people telling them what to do, but they're the first one to tell you what to do.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
Yeah, classic. Classic. But, I mean, I don't know when's it going to stop.
I don't know, but it's starting to get to be a problem.
Right. Well, now you've got to have testosterone levels, but that still doesn't solve the problem.
The structural problem.
Yeah,
it's going to end up being if you transitioned pre-puberty.
Yeah.
You can compete. If you have transitioned post-puberty, you cannot compete. I feel like that
makes more sense.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you look at little boys and little girls, sometimes little boys are smaller than little girls are.
Yeah.
So if they transition at that age, I mean, they're not going to be structurally like a teenage boy.
Yeah.
They're just not. You know?
Yeah.
They might be a little bit taller, but like, we're talking like age, like 12?
Yeah.
11, 12. There's a draw off.
Right.
But that's pre-puberty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, that would make way more sense than this, just checking testosterone levels now.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter about now.
Exactly. And I mean, that's exactly what Caitlyn
He spent
Jenner was
3 years. So that's at least 18, 19, 20. So a 20-year-old man is now transitioning to compete against females.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Pretty intense. That's our take. That's our hot take on that.
Don't fucking come for us.